So this is going to be a repeat of a rundown of the recording we just did that just didn't just actually get recorded because we pulled out and put it in the microphone too many times in the middle of the recording, and it got a little bit influenced in a negative way. So we're going to have to re-record it and condense it real quick. What we're talking about first of all is developing customization in bicycles. Yeah, customization in bicycles and wearing it as an accessory, like wearing it as an accessory of humanity, so that in essence it's like a customization, it's like a custom clothing process where you're able to add custom clothing through a custom bicycle, and then you can also add clothing to the actual bicycle, add clothing to the bicycle by in essence adding clothing and accessories to a bicycle, like Burning Man, like at the Burning Man festival, for example. We're trying to bring that to the whole world, if you will, because in essence we can connect all the world by developing artistic connections that develop a global good deeds economy. Global good deeds economy, which is one of the incentives and inspirations for developing custom beach cruiser bicycles. Yeah. And at the same time, we're talking about also doing $10,000 a day trades, 10K trades a day, which in essence corresponds to like the sports betting industry, and trying to find the value of when in essence it's possible. And the latest experience in a certain specific sports industry event that it in essence offers the ability to double a trade. For example, to be able to use that as a 10,000 trade a day obligation to develop 10,000 a day trade obligations, if you will. And then at the same time, the other thing we were talking about is like, doing day to day or working towards consistently doing music collaborations around the world to try to promote our custom bicycles for sale that are unique, custom bicycles that are like a combination of jewelry around the world happening at the same time. That is like jewelry on wheels, but it's also like a combination of the electronic scooter market, because we can add power to the vehicles and at the same time like add music to the ability to have like a sound system on the vehicle and like power and like lights, but at the same time like adding enough of accessories to make them very unique and custom so that the world becomes like Burning Man, so that like you can make a bus around the bicycle, for example, or you can make like actual like a tiny house around the vehicle, or you can like add the Guinness Book of World Records for the highest amount of buttons to be connected to a specific bicycle that's never been done before. To add value to clothing, to add value to uniqueness of clothing, like similar to the strangest clothing that there can be, like costumes, crazy costumes, to inspire costumes, to make the world like Burning Man every day. And then at the same time, we made like a music studio today in the middle of the forest in Santa Barbara. So it's just a couple updates for today as we continue to try to make the global good deeds economy, but at the same time obligate ourselves to make 10K bets a day to improve the consistency of consistent betting in terms of the finance space, and leveraging the process and making a process so that we're able to obligate ourselves to 10K trades a day, in other words, a 10K trade a day based around sports betting in the instance that hopefully can improve upon the betting process and the options market, because we have to take the highest risk to try to get to the highest reward of like sacrificing or betting 100% of the trade in terms of loss, conceptual 100% of the trade in terms of loss, in terms of 10K betting every day, and trying to take 10K bets every day to then therefore work upon and work with in connection to sports betting probabilities to find the last time and moment in time where it's possible to make bets on trades where in essence the potential to double is still there before a game ends and the probability seems like it's in highest favor in a certain respect based on the energy of the game. And so we're sports betting at 10K to obligate ourselves to participate in the game of trading in a more consistent fashion, but then again trying to slowly build our company, Dinky Tech and Change for Game Studios, around custom bicycle building to combine that with the jewelry market, while at the same time leveraging our new music studio to develop new music, to continue to try to develop and collaborate with different people around the world, to develop world tours, to be able to try to collaborate on the spot and collaborate and do innovative impromptu sounds, business sounds, different performances, if you will, to try to leverage that as a world tour for a sales tour for our new custom bicycle making process that's meant to try to connectively connect all of the world through the essence of the Burning Man bicycle touring tour themes of customization, of in essence customizing different unique bicycles by combining that with the jewelry market, combining the jewelry market with the bicycle market with the in essence electronic scooter market. And as I've said before, we're also talking about the ground effects ground effects vehicles, which means actual flying vehicles that fly close to the ground at the same time. So we're trying to combine a handful of things, a handful of items to develop global collaborations, global art, global artistic connectivity to develop the global good deeds economy. One piece at a time, one day at a time, one bit at a time, with everyone connecting and collectively connecting so that we're able to develop this global good deeds economy. And after all, connect our new music studio that's in the forest to also be able to make unique, consistent art, but at the same time make extensions of like our bicycles as extensions of clothing for people, and then at the same time extensions of functionality, extensions of being able to have any sort of moving vehicle be a part of our brand of Dinky Tech and Change for Game Studios to fundamentally help people move in a mental and physical sense and a metaphysical sense, to then therefore be able to collaborate and also be able to add clothes to their bicycles, so that the clothing and accessories of costumes goes into people and it goes back and forth into people in terms of the customization of the people riding the bicycle and the bicycle themselves, which are part of the customization, and customization of the bicycles themselves, dressing up the bicycles, making the bicycles into buses, making the bicycles into tiny houses, making the bicycles into, which are already customized at the lightest weight possible, unique customized jewelry, if you will, is what we're trying to make them, is 3D printed unique items, unique peculiar fetching features that are bicycle frames that are then therefore possible to add more value to, changing the wheels, adding custom wheels, having us be the customization tool and go-to partner for customization of this bicycle to be able to change itself into, like, for example, a tiny house, like making a little unique customized bus with the grasshoppers as the theme, all up on this tiny house, in quotes, air quotes, type of accessory clothing on top of the bicycle, type of features, type of additive features to add clothing to the extension that is already the bicycle itself, but adding extensions on the bicycle of features of clothing onto the bicycle, so that we all have more features and add more value to the culture that revolves around and tries to connect a connective and collective global culture that is like Burning Man around the world, as we continue to also try to leverage sports betting and do sports betting to try to add and stack 10,000 value trades a day. 10,000 value trades a day is like a reminder to continue to take the trades, because it's based on games. And the whole nature of our sort of culture for developing our bicycle jewelry culture around the world, and our slow but steady pursuit is to develop the global good deeds economy. And this entails developing a global connective and collective collaborative culture around the world. So as we tour and move around and try to make musical expressions with people in an impromptu way, through the application Vamper, to impromptu open mic collaborate with other music and artistic expression touring connections with people as we travel, to try to then therefore sell and use that as a selling platform to make more media and travel electronically, physically, and digitally as we make more music in an impromptu way and more art and artistic expression to make the world like Burning Man, the festival, to collectively and connectively, fundamentally, foundationally make the global good deeds economy connectively together. Yes, that's all for now. Thanks again, Dinky Tech and Change for Game Studios. Bye, peace, bye. And let's all remember to push for world peace every single day. Let's all remember to push for world peace every single day. Let's push for world peace every single day. And also, let's remember to try to clear the animal shelters. Let's clear all the animal shelters in the world. Let's clear all the animal shelters in the world, because we can foster all the shelter animals. We can adopt all the shelter animals in the world. We can rescue all the shelter animals in the world. And we can also hire the shelter animals as healers. We can also hire the shelter animals as healers all throughout the world, so that they don't have to be mistreated in animal shelters. And we can clear the animal shelters, and we can hire the shelter animals as healers throughout our communities. Hire the shelter animals as healers throughout our communities, because they also work for free, and they could use better purpose and use better jobs and be able to add value and be therapeutic energy for humans and humanity, to help us be more harmonious as humans and among humanity for all the animals in the world, to clear all the animal shelters, to try to get them to transition their energy in terms of therapeutic energy to all humans, so we can clear the animal shelters to add value to humanity in terms of harmony if possible. And let's push for world peace every single day and clear the animal shelters every day. That's all for now. Thanks again, Dinky Tech and Change for Game Studios. Bye. Peace. Bye.